Losing someone changes everything, doesn't it? Does it actually feel like you're steady right now? And then, in that blink of an eye, hmm someone has yanked a rug from underneath your feet. And suddenly, everything that you thought made sense does not make any sense at all. I get it. I've been there more than one time, in fact. So moving forward can feel so impossible. It actually feels in this moment that the weight of the world is on your chest. It's pressing down, and you cannot breathe. But here's what I learned. You don't have to have it all figured out. I tell you guys constantly over here, and this is something that replays in my head vividly. It replays in my head vividly because I don't have everything figured out, but I'm not afraid to share that with you. So you don't have to have it all figured out. I'm talking about not today, not tomorrow. All you need to do is take one small step at a time. Remember, they said one step for mankind, one small step for mankind, or whatever the moon landing thing. Yeah, that's this right now. So today, I want to share 4 easy, actionable steps that help me begin to rebuild after loss. My hope is that this will help you too. So let's talk about the first step. Okay, so this is where you're going to create that one small anchor for your day. If you want to call it an anchor, that's going to be this one consistent thing that you can do each day to build yourself back up. So when you're deep in grief, everything feels overwhelming. And I mean everything. Somebody might be chewing their gum too loudly near you. The phone is ringing. Emails are dinging. Kids is screaming. Animals barking. Sunlight gleaming. Moon is out. Whatever. You get overwhelmed. See, think about it. Can you imagine? You're drowning right now. You are drowning, and there's not even any water in sight. There's this endless list of things that you're supposed to do, but none of it feels possible right now. And I get it. But I have to tell you what worked for me. See, I started with one small thing just today. My loss is fresh. We'll get into it in another video. But just today, I started with one small thing. Can you guess what it is? Yes, I made up my bed this morning. I know it sounds silly, or if you will, ludicrous for me to feel like that's a win. But that one act gave me a sense of stability today. I can't even talk because I'm feeling all these emotions all at once. We'll get into that in another video as well. But maybe for you, it's something else that you need besides making your bed. Maybe it's having morning coffee. Maybe it's having some herbal tea. Maybe it's just sitting in your spot that you sit in every day to make you feel like you again. So write down your memories with the person or thing that you lost. That is very helpful. See, small things remind you that, hey, you, I'm still here. See, you're still moving forward, even when it feels like that's not the case. You're still moving forward. See, while the world outside is still moving, not thinking about what you're going through, you're still moving with it. Step 2, allow yourself to feel without guilt. This is the hardest part. I will not lie. But here's the truth. Grief, it isn't something that you can get over real easily, right? It's messy. It's unpredictable. and it doesn't follow any rules. So one day you might feel okay. You might feel like going out for a jog, watching television. You might feel like just sipping out of your favorite cup, but it's going to be that one thing that starts to make you cry. For me, it's looking at CNN. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's getting out of hand, and it's not CNN's fault. It's not CNN's fault, but everything on there makes me cry. They did a Luther special the other night and made me cry because it will remind you of someone that you lost. So, true story. This may be part of the process. You know, I'm not sure. I'm thinking this is part of the process. And if it's not your process, that's okay. But it was my process, and it may be that for a while. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that is okay. Grief, grief. It isn't something to fix. It's something that you actually have to live through. There's no way to cut it. So give yourself permission to feel. Give yourself permission to be sad, mad, angry, or even give yourself those small, and I do mean small, unexpected moments of joy that I have like right now as I'm speaking to you. Let it all in without guilt and without rushing to move on. Because let's be honest, you can't rush through this process. I don't care how fast you try to streamline it, it's not something that could be rushed through. There's stages to grief. Step 3, reach out, even when it feels hard. And while you're reaching out, remember to do this. You remember to smile, even though it hurts. Okay? Grief has a way of pulling you inward, people. It really does. It makes you want to shut out the rest of the world around you. It makes you want to leave family and friends behind you and everything in between. But it's quite easy to explain the lack of talking. I got you on that one. It's quite easy to explain that you don't want to talk to anyone. Are you kidding me? But you can connect with someone who truly cares, and that can be an incredible feeling of healing for you, and you don't even realize it. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can call your friend. I call my friends all the time and say, hey, I don't need advice. I just need you to listen. I have the answers. Are you kidding me? Have you tried that? And what were your results? Let me know in the comments. I'm just saying that stating words out loud, such as, I don't need advice, I just need you to listen, will lift some of the weight and remind you that you are not alone in this process. And if if a phone call feels like too overwhelming, you just don't want to be bothered with that at all. You don't like the sound of Miss T's voice on the other end of the line. I need you to take a smaller step. Send a quick text. I'm doing that right now. Hey, you, sorry that you got the big C. Yes, we are grieving adequately over here. What else people expect you to say? But thank you for checking on me. I appreciate you. So send a quick text. State that you're struggling today. And you just wanted that person to know. That, my friend, is a small, tiny action that can help your grief process. You don't have to carry the load by yourself anymore because you've taken the initial step to offload. Yes, that's called leaning on others, and it's okay to do so. They want to be there for you anyway. Let them. Step 4, I want you to reconnect with what grounds you. This is the best part of the process to me because it allows you to feel what you're ready to feel. You're going to try reconnecting with the things that bring you peace, joy, happiness. For me, it used to be taking short walks outside when I like being outside. Now it's me looking out the window. Okay, don't judge. I like to listen to the birds because remember, for many years, if I never shared this with you, I'm sorry, but for many years I could not hear. And I could not bring myself to terms to tell anyone, hey, I can't hear. But I have hearing aids now, you know, and I like to listen to the birds. I like to feel the warmth of the sun on my face through the window. And just like that, for that one moment, it reminds me of how much beauty is still in this world, this wild, wild world that we live in. Even when it feels so out of reach and things seem so out of touch, that is a constant. So maybe you need something different to engage in to get you out of your head, like out of your mind. Not like literally crazy out of your mind, but like out of your mind to get those thoughts from racing, to stop them in their tracks. So you need to find some activities to center yourself, to get you back into you. I'm talking gardening, which is one of my faves in the spring and summer. I'm out there until the bugs come. You guys know this. You know, I love to journal on a daily basis. I write myself notes, maybe a note of gratitude, maybe some sort of affirmation. I love to do it all. Or simply, you might just want to sit and be quiet. That's cool. Whatever it is, whatever that something is, it will help you feel like you're actually in the present, even if it's just for that moment. So, rebuilding after loss is not, again, my friends, about perfection. It's not. It's about the progress you make. All these steps that you take to rebuild who you are after loss. One small step at a time is the slogan. See, you're allowed to move at your own pace, okay? Do not have anyone rush you through this process. You're allowed to have good days, you're allowed to have bad days. Trust me, we all are going through that right now as a family. I'd love to hear from you. What's one small thing that helped you feel more grounded? Share it in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm still getting over whatever is attacking me. Let's create a space where we can support one another. That's what Who's TTV has always been about. The accountability of it all, the healthiness of it all, meaning more than anything, mental health. So my hope for today is that this video helped you in a way that you didn't even realize. Please remember to like, share, subscribe with someone who might need to hear what we've discussed today in our conversation. And remember that you are not alone on this journey because guess what? We are in this together. Let that tea continue to brew into action, and I will see you in the next video.